half, Denver Broncos versus the Los Angeles Chargers. We're breaking down the offensive game film, the all 22 coaches film in this game. I've already done the first half. If you missed that video, the link, just hit that link in my bio on X, go on over to my YouTube. That video is living on my YouTube channel, so make sure you go subscribe over there and you can watch it if you missed it. Look, we know the outcome of this game. We know the pain points. We know the overthrows. So I'm not going to go into too many details breaking down what actually happened. I'm just going to dive straight into the film here because I know you guys enjoy watching this all 22, and we'll see what went wrong. So first play of the second half here. We've got a pretty good run to start out the second half. Gun run, J.K. Dobbins, not a pretty good run, a fantastic run. J.K. Dobbins was rolling for at least a series. The running game was really not very good overall for the majority of the game, but we had a really good series here. So we've got a gun run and pretty simple stuff, man. So we're going to go man over here. We're going to go combo block between our center and our right guard back to 0. And then we got a B block on the backside to 43. And here's why this play is so successful. Let me get rid of these lines here, and I'll show you. Look at the wall that we've got, okay? The linebackers are all out leveraged. In comparison to where our mesh points are here, look at how easy it is to make a wall. Look at how easy it is to make a wall. When you see that pre-snap, that's when you start drooling. You just know immediately, hey, before this ball is even snapped, we've got a great chance at a home run hitter. They don't even have to do anything to get him out leveraged. Garrett Bowles has got the key block here. He does a good job getting his hat to the outside. Got to be careful with that outside arm so you don't get called with holding. Fortunately, nothing gets called. And then let's look at the block from our wide receiver here out at the top of the screen. That's what you love seeing in the running game. Pat Bryant, good job staying physical, stayed engaged for the entire run. That's clinic tape. That's stuff that in the offseason you break it down and you're looking through your best stuff. That's going to make it to your best ofs when the season's all said and done. Second play here, another gun run, and guess what we got? The exact same freaking play. It's the exact same freaking play. Hey, it worked once before. It worked the last time. It worked really well. Let's just go ahead and do this thing again. Again, we've got everything that we want. We've got a really light box. We've got one sort. Oh, hold on. We've got one. Why am I messing this up? I'm sorry. Hold on. One. There we go. And then this guy, we'll probably count him as in the box as well. But look at the wall that we've got. You got everything you want. The only difference in this run, why it's not quite as successful as the last one, is you'll look at the top of your screen here. Our wide receiver doesn't get the block done like he did the first time. So it's still a very successful run. You'll take that in the NFL anytime. If our wide receiver could have gotten a better block, we could have had another home run hitter. Bit of a dangerous play here from Bo Nix because he climbs the pocket and he ends up throwing this ball backwards. Fortunately, J.K. Dobbins makes a hell of a grab, and with one-handed grab, this would have been a live football if that ball hit the ground. Touchdown, good guys. That's how you start a second half. I feel like the Broncos have struggled coming out the gates in the second half. So good to see them have a very successful first drive of the second half. That means you were scheming it up well. That means you were talking well at halftime, and you made good adjustments. Okay, I don't love the track from our running back here. For whatever reason, look at how quickly he tries to cut this thing back. Now, I don't know if this ball was designed to hit backside. I'd be surprised if it was. I think this is more or less the same run we saw 2 times in the previous drive, except for we've got a tight end on the line of scrimmage. What I would have loved to see from the back, and again, I don't know the play call, so maybe it was designed to go here, but I really would have loved to see his track go all the way out here for the B gap, because look at what we got if he would have stayed on his track all the way to the B gap. You've got your wall again. You've got number 0 out leveraged. Look at the hole. Okay, why won't that stop? Rewind. Okay. Look at that hole right there, right? Now you got one man to beat, but there's always going to be one man to beat. Okay, we're going to go 5 wide. We're empty protection. Oh, gosh, these are the ones that'll just keep you awake for days and days. Bo does take a hit at the last second that probably impacts this throw, but, I think he had plenty of time to deliver a strike. He clearly saw something pre-snap, though. I mean, you could see him communicating. He's getting signals out to the wide receivers. Whatever he saw from the defense, he identified it right. I mean, yes, he gets hit, but he's got enough time to get that ball out. Now, why does he get hit? Well, because this guy right here, we're going to come all the way cross body. We're going to hit that hip of that center, and we're going to knock him off his tracks. Unfortunately, Luke Wattenberg isn't able to pass that off because the defensive tackle does a great job of going after his hip. Not the best of throws from Bo Nix. It probably doesn't matter. We probably are not going to pick up the first down here, but I'm sure that Bo would like to have hit Marvin Mims in stride here. Unfortunately, Marvin's got to slow down, turn his back. If you hit him in stride, you never know. You might have a chance of getting that first down. Probably doesn't get it either way. But 2 scoring drives to start out the second half, which is great. I just thought this was a great job from Troy Franklin. Probably should have been a tackle for a loss right there. Does a great job of just making space and making a positive play. I mean, not a huge gainer, but sometimes just making a positive play out of nothing is a huge success. Okay, so you'll see here Luke Wattenberg. Look at your center, number 60. He knows he's getting out into the screen, so he's letting his guy go. He lets him go too quickly, though. You got to get a shot on him for sure. At the very least, you got to get a shot on him. Okay. I like this. I like this combo block from our center and our left guard. They do a good job getting movement on number 96. Garrett Bowles does a pretty good job getting his hat outside. I'd like to see him sustain that block. Lets 48 slip off on the backside. Where we don't get this done is on the backside, our right guard. Quinn Miners, number 77 here on number 90. It's a tough block because your center's vacating. He's comboing number 96 up to 3. So you're one-on-one on the backside, and you're already out-leveraged. So you got to get on your high horse, man. And the reason why this is not very good from Quinn, watch his left foot. Look at his left foot there, how he understeps himself. You got to gain ground with that first step, or else you got no chance of covering up that dude when you're out-leveraged. Offensive line was far too loose in this game. I thought the O line played fantastic in the first 2 games. They did a great job of keeping Bo clean. In this game, just too sloppy. I mean, again, this is going to be another just not very successful block from Luke Wattenberg. Watch your center. You've got a game, right? So it's not easy. But you gotta get a strong punch on 91. You got to pass him off to 77 to your right guard, and then you got to get your shoulders out of it. You see how he's leaning right there? You got to get your shoulders out of it, and you got to be able to come back on the second level on that looper. Fortunately, Bo had enough time to hit the crossing route there to R.J. Harvey. R.J. Harvey was a little bit more active in the passing game than he was in the running game in this particular matchup. Okay, Broncos love doing play action off of power pass. So I pointed this out in the film on the first half. When they go play action, they like it, make it look like it's coming off power. So you're going to pull your left guard here. You're going to make them think that you're trying to run the ball right up here in the A gap. Broncos do a pretty good job of protecting this one. Not a pretty good job. They do a fantastic job of protecting this one. Bo Nix has got all day. Can't find anything down the field. We're going to scramble outside the pocket and make the best we can out of a coverage, out of a very good coverage from the Chargers. Okay, so I just told you on the last play that the Broncos were running play action off of power. Now they're going to come back to actual power in the run game. So we're going to pull our right guard, or excuse me, our left guard. We're going to pull him around. This ball is designed to hit right here in the A gap, and that's exactly where it hits. Let me show you the assignments here, okay? Okay, so we're going to go double team here. We call this a tray block. Tray block all the way back to number 0. We like that leverage. We are going to be down blocked on number 96. We got to cover that up on our own. Center's going to work back here for number 90. Our left guard's going to pull around. We're going to get that first linebacker in the box. Garrett Bowles has got what we call a gap seal, where he's going to step down, cover this guy up until it gives your center enough time to get there, and then he's going to fall back on the end man. This is a really good block. And then we got cross flow action from our tight end that's going to go pick up the end man on the line. The only guy that's going to be unaccounted for is going to be Derwin James, and there's always going to be a hat that is unaccounted for. That's a great play, though, man. That's downhill, old school, bruising football. I come from a wide zone running background, but I do love and enjoy running power every now and then. Okay, I like what we got. This is not going to end up being a successful run, but I've talked to you guys about this already, right? So, what do we like? We like leverage. We like when we've got our linebackers out leveraged, way behind the ball. We're running to the right. This guy's way back here. Should be an easy combo block from our center and our right guard back to number 0. And then we've got a B block on the backside back to 43. We should be able to build a wall. What it all is going to come down to is this block right here from Mike McGlinchey. He's got to get his hat on the outside shoulder, and he's got to stretch that man. I'm not entirely sure what goes wrong here, but let's run the tape and figure it out. Okay, I don't like this combo block from Luke Wattenberg and Quinn Miners. That's too soft, man. Uh, let me. Okay, so I'm talking about these two right here. Luke Wattenberg's got to get in there, right? Luke overruns this thing and he ends up on the backside of his guard. He's got to get his hat right in there on the midline so that we can get more movement on 91. Unfortunately, Luke doesn't really get involved on that, and so 91's able to stay firm at the line of scrimmage. We do have the linebackers exactly where we want them, though. We've got that wall built. We should be able to get a hat. And if Mike McGlinchey could have gotten better movement, Mike gets his feet tripped up on there. He trips his left foot on the left guard, or on the right guard, excuse me, and he ends up falling down. I hope you guys enjoy this. I try to take you guys deep into the blocking schemes, but do it in a way that you're going to understand without talking over anybody's heads, without using too much football lingo. I know a lot of you guys have enjoyed it. You can send in your comments, send in your thoughts on anything you'd like to see from these films, from these film breakdown, and happy to adjust it for anything you guys want to see. Okay, looks like we got an RPO here. Um, Bo probably should have handed this ball off, but even if he does hand the ball off, it would have been a disaster because Pat Bryant over there on the top of your screen can't get down on Derwin James. So we just got a bad play, right? Bad ball here. If we hand it off, we got a bad play. If we keep it, number 54 didn't crash down hard enough, and they're able to cover both of them. And oh gosh, check this out. I didn't see this in real time. We should have had flag right here. Look at number 60. Look at 90 grabs Luke Wattenberg's face mask and yanks him down. Absolutely. Not only should that be a personal foul, that needs to be a fine. He needs to get fined throughout the week. That's bad. That's dangerous, man. That's how you break necks. That's dirty ball. Okay, tips and overthrows, man. These are scary. Anytime you get these tips and overthrows, that's when you worry about interceptions. Really, really fortunate here that the ball lands in Lucas Kroll's hands rather than in a Chargers jersey. Got lucky on this one. Okay, I thought Bo did a great job on this play right here. So this is old school Mike Shanahan naked bootleg, right? And we're trying to get everybody to crash down. So this in man on the line is going to go unblocked, and the way that you account for that is via the naked action. So we're gonna bootleg this thing out, and we're gonna try to get outside the pocket. 45 does a great job of identifying and reading it. Bo is unable to get outside the pocket like he's trying to, so he pulls up real quick, finds Cortland Sutton coming across the middle of the field, and delivers a strike. That's good patience. That's good confidence from Bo Nix, identifying what he needs to do there. End up getting the face mask at the end of the play. Let's cut it halfway to the goal line, and now we're in scoring position. I'm going to tell you right now, this might have been the most painful of the missed opportunities that the Broncos had in this game. When you got the ball first to goal on the 5-yard line, you got to score touchdowns. It's as simple as that. You had the overthrows, and those sucked, but this is go time. So we got QB draw, and I know a lot of people I saw online, they didn't like this call. I'm going to tell you, you've got everything you want, man. You got a 5-man box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 blockers. You got a hat for a hat. All it comes down to is the one-on-one blocks between 77 and 74. Luke Wattenberg is going to work up to number 0. The reason why this play is not successful is because Ben Powers gets his ass in the hole too much. He needs to stay square there. and he needs to run his legs and keep his shoulders more parallel to the line of scrimmage. But you had the look you wanted. Oh, this one is another just super painful play, man. So Troy Franklin's getting called on the offensive pass interference here, and it was he definitely picked Cortland Sutton's defensive back. This ball is designed to go to Cortland Sutton because that's why you're running the rub route, right? You're trying to clear up Cortland Sutton. I think Troy Franklin just didn't think this ball was going to come his way. It doesn't matter if you catch it; the ball's coming back either way because of the offensive pass interference. But we got to catch that ball. We got to be ready for it, even if you're not the number one designed wide receiver in the route. You got to know that the ball can always come back to you. I didn't necessarily love this one. I thought that Bo could have bought himself more time before he made the decision to run. You know, scramble out. You got nothing but space. Run parallel down the line of scrimmage a little bit. See if you get a wide receiver that could pop up. You see you've got your tight end at the top that's coming across the top of the screen. I don't know if anything would have opened up or not, but I thought he just could have given it another tick of a second there to see if he could have thrown the ball before he made the decision to run. I mean, that's a great pocket. That's a phenomenal pocket. Another great pocket. Pretty good ball. Uh, but obviously, Troy Franklin takes a big collision upon impact and ends up dropping it. He's not getting in for a touchdown either way, even if he does catch it. So Chargers hold. They're able to force the Broncos to a field goal. You had first and goal at the 5 yard line. You got missed opportunities like that. It was at this moment in the game that I tweeted out so many chances to go up by 2 scores. When you don't take advantage of that and you keep it a 1 score game, I just knew it was going to come back to bite the Broncos in their ass, and it did. You know, when you've got over 3, sometimes 4 opportunities here to get up by 2 scores, you can't capitalize on it. Dude, you are playing with fire. Bo doesn't like anything down the field. I think he probably could have thrown this ball here to Pat Bryant. I think Pat Bryant was open. It looked like Bo Nix was looking at him. For whatever reason, he decides he doesn't like it. He's going to hit the swing route on the outside to RJ Harvey. And this was a good catch and run. Good second effort from RJ. Chargers killed us on their games all day long. When I talk about games, I'm talking about ET, tackle in. Anytime you're going to see one guy go out, the other guy come around, that's what I refer to as games. This is not a game. This is actually just a field pressure, and we need to identify this pre-snap. So Mike McGlinchey is going to the widest guy. Quinn Miners doesn't see this dude out here, okay? So we got to kick. We got to kick all the way out for the widest. Quinn has got to let this guy go over to his center, and he's got to come out here. Quinn does not see this dude rushing off the edge, so he gets heavy on this guy. By the time he tries to bounce out for the true defensive end, it's too late, and he can't get there in time. Good job from Bo of avoiding the sack. Again, really good job from Troy Franklin here. He's got no business gaining 7 or 8 yards. This should have been a tackle for a loss in a heartbeat. Troy just shows good athleticism. He makes a move, makes the first guy miss, and he just starts dancing around and gets himself up 7, 8 yards. That was a really good job from number 11. Oh, we're so close to picking up the first down here. Uh, Bo did almost everything in his power to get to that first down. Got to know where that line of gain is, though. Mike McGlinchey gets beat on the outside, gets his hands swatted. He's just going to get those wipers on him and forces Bo to have to step up in the pocket and scramble. We are so close there. Bo's not giving himself up. Bo's trying to get that first down. And we got a punt. Give the ball back to the Chargers. We got 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game. Nothing there. Scramble out of bounds. Clock stops. 2:25 left in the game. Halfback screen. Quinn Miners just can't quite get out there in time. Quinn's getting out in space. He's going to run that alley. Watch number 77. We're going to block 1001, 1002. We're going to get out. We're going to run that alley, and he just misses the defensive back shoulder. If we get that defensive back, we got a big play. And here's our fourth missed opportunity of the game. Man. Oh, so close. Bo tried to get a touch pass on this one. I think he could have just let this sucker rip. Instead, he tried to put a little bit too much air on it, and he overthrows him. I mean, Bo was off, man. What do you say? Opportunity after opportunity that was missed. You got to connect on at least one of those. Even if you just connect on one of your explosive plays, you're probably looking at a different game, man. Instead, we're going to punt the ball back to the Chargers, and they're going to go score and win a football game. Broncos are not going to get the ball back. This game is a story of missed opportunity, man. The Broncos didn't even have to win this game. They just had to put this game away. The game was already won. The Broncos have pulled off something that I've never seen done before. The last 2 games, the Colts and the Chargers, they led the entirety of the fourth quarter until there were zeros on the clock and the opponent kicks a field goal to win the game. So talk about missed opportunities in both games. It just hurts you. It crushes you. I'm not telling you that the season's over, but the Chargers are out to what feels like an insurmountable lead in the AFC West now, as they're 3-0 out the gates. All 3 of their first opponents, AFC West opponents, and now everybody else in division, you're fighting an uphill battle to try to get back in the conversation to win the division. Appreciate you guys watching. Shout out to Safeway, the title sponsor. Mount Polumbus Speaks. Couldn't do it without him. So grateful to Safeway. Just an incredible grocery store. If you don't have the Safeway app on your phone, make sure you download it today. They make it super easy. They save your orders. It could take you 30 seconds to just repeat an order, add a couple items. Before you blink your eye, that food's at your doorstep. If you want to get it delivered, you're going to save a boatload of money in comparison to other delivery service apps. So order directly on the Safeway app, and know that Safeway's got fresh foods, local flavors. They support local businesses, and when you shop at Safeway, you are going to taste the difference. So go check out your local Safeway store today. I hope you guys enjoyed this All 22 Coaches Film Breakdown. My content lives on YouTube. I don't always live stream on Twitter. So if you're watching on Twitter or X, whatever we're calling it, hit that link in my bio, go over to YouTube and hit subscribe. Number one, so you don't miss out on any of my content. Number two, if you appreciate what I do, know that you're supporting me by going to subscribe at YouTube. I'm trying like crazy to grow that channel over there, and I'd be insanely grateful for you if you could take 3 seconds out of your day to do that. Okay, I'll be back with you guys soon with the preview of next week's matchup.